Hey, what's up, people? This is Wyre the Lion. I'm your host today on the Buzz exclusive. My boy Noah, although he's gonna ask questions.
Yeah, hi Wyre.
Tell me, man, how you doing?
I'm good. Thanks for having you around.
Nah, thanks, man.
Yeah, this is the second time I'm
Interview.
this second
Yeah,
time.
man. Last time we had a party up in here, man.
Yeah, last time this whole place was mashed up.
It's crazy. You guys can
Party
throw a
and all
bash,
that.
man.
Yeah, so Wyre, how have you managed to remain relevant in the industry for all these years, man? Since the days of Necessary Noise with Nazizi, you know, you're still mashing up the place, giving us hits and all that.
Yeah, man.
What's your secret, man?
I think just the quest to try and create my own sound has really helped. Always wanted to be a trendsetter as opposed to riding on what's hot. If you always bring a new vibe to the industry, I think you have a higher chance of lasting. You won't die with the fashion. So I always strive to bring something new and fresh in terms of sound.
Yeah. So let's talk about the African dancehall scene. It's every artist's dream out there.
Yeah.
To make it at the continental stage, to make it at the international stage.
Yeah.
The African dancehall scene, we have the likes of Stoneboy, the likes of Shatta Wale, the likes of Natty O and Buffalo.
Yeah.
So, as Wyre,
Yeah.
who is that one person in Africa you've always wanted to work with, and who has been the standout act for you, especially in 2019, between the four?
I think for the past 2 years, definitely Stoneboy has made a good mark on the whole dancehall scene. He's an amazing artist, down to earth. We talk once in a while, and we definitely had plans in the past to try and see how we could make stuff happen. But timings are also a bit tricky, and he's always touring. I'm doing my thing as well. But when the time is right, we'll definitely get to do something together. There's also other artists doing their thing right now. There's NC Dread from South Africa doing good stuff. Big up Shatta Wale, killing it right now. I've always been a big Peter Miles fan, man.
From
you know what I
Uganda.
mean? Yeah. Bebe and Chameleon still doing their thing. They have their sound all through the years as well. In Kenya, man, we've got a lot of dancehall artists doing their thing right now. There's a whole crew called Dancehall Mombasa with enough artists doing their thing. Kina Frankie D, Critical from down there, you know what I mean? Verbal from Nairobi, man. I've always been a big fan of Verbal, man. You know what I mean? So the vibe is there, man.
Yeah. So December. Let's talk about December.
Yeah.
December, the West African continent.
Mm-hmm.
They had a lot of dancehall vibe going around there. All these big acts flooding to Ghana.
Yeah.
We had Alkaline over there.
Yeah.
We had Popcorn over there, and
Cranium.
we actually kissed the ground.
Yeah.
And okay, in Kenya we had Kofi, but the whole feeling right now in the country is that dancehall acts are currently running away from Kenya and going to West Africa. And not only Ghana, there's also Gambia, where they had Mavado, they posted Mavado, they've had Noah Power, and of course Alkaline himself. Like, what do you make of this? Why are dancehall acts lately running to West Africa and not East Africa, most importantly Kenya?
Actually, I don't think that's the case, man. I think we've had our share of reggae and dancehall artists flooding East Africa for the longest time. You know what I mean? So it's just that maybe it comes in seasons. Maybe towards the last quarter of the year, they had many bookings on that side. But I'm sure I already know there's a couple of dancehall acts coming to this country scheduled for this year that I can't announce. But yeah, the demand is there. It's just that I think the demand is in different regions at different times, and that's what happened. I don't think it's a choice that the artists want to go. I mean, you're invited to perform. So when the time is right, you get called to the right place.
Cool. So, having worked with, you've worked with Alain, you've worked with Cecil, you've worked with Grams. Having worked with all these big international acts, and also locally, you've worked with almost every big act around in Kenya right now.
Yeah.
So what next for Wyre? What's 2020 looking like for you?
Back in the studio. In fact, I've been behind the scenes working on some new projects. It's actually a bit of a surprise, so I can't announce right now.
Okay.
But just now, I've been cooking stuff behind the scenes. 2 days ago, actually, shot my next video for my single Dancehall. So Look out for that, man. Definitely something excited about that. But trust me, there's going to be a lot more content coming out this year. Yeah, sure. I've been working. The silence has been for a good reason, man.
Yeah, and by the way, you can listen to Dancehallar, his single.
On Boomplay. Yeah,
yep.
For sure.
Yeah, so you have a couple of hits, you have a couple of songs. Which is that one song that you feel opened the doors for you out there?
Wow. I would say probably Uprising. Ever since I got into the relationship rhythm, big up G Money for making that happen with RF Cooper. I started getting a lot of spins out there, especially in the Caribbean. So that opened a whole other link for me. You know what I mean? Getting to travel there and actually get to perform in Jamaica for me was one of the highlights of my career. Yeah.
And do you feel like what's the difference between working with a Jamaican artist and working with a Kenyan artist?
No, it's easy. They actually, I found it interesting that they, when I traveled there, the fact they don't take it like we're jacking their style or anything. They're happy that their culture is spreading. The culture of reggae and dancehall is actually spreading. So I found that very positive. They're not feeling like we're trying to invade their space or anything. They're actually celebrating that. And the fact that we're from Africa, land of their ancestors, man, I think we have a special place in their heart, man. You know what I mean? So I think that's one of the things I found very interesting and I was happy about.
Yeah, let's come back to the local scene. And, there's this debate that has been going on for some time now.
Yeah.
Actually, yesterday it was number one trending topic on Twitter yesterday about our new sound.
Gengeton.
What do you make of this sound? Do you love it? Do you feel like it's corrupted the society or something?
I think in every music industry there is there's a phase where a new genre always comes in and sweeps the nation. You know what I mean? I think we're in that phase right now. There's a time there's nothing else you would listen to apart from Kapuka. Ogopa came in with this wave and it just swept. There's a time the Caliph sound was it. You know what I mean? We're at that point now with Gengeton. Last year it basically took over most of the year. And in every industry there is that new fresh blood that comes in and which dwells on the commercial side that is normally much easier to push and much sellable. You know what I mean? Even in the US, you have your hardcore hip hop artists, and then you have your really commercial mumble rap guys.
Yep.
They're outselling the hardcore rappers. You know what I mean? So it happens in every industry. So I'm not saying it's a bad thing for the industry. It's just that it happens everywhere. There's always that new fresh blood that comes in that gives guys another option that they want to jump onto and consume. So I wouldn't say it's a bad thing. If anything, it gives the industry variety, if you ask me, which is a good thing. And we need that. Imagine yourself listening to the same artist for the next 20 years without change, without nothing. It'll become boring. So it's good for diversity in the industry.
Okay, so the same way we have the Gengeton effect in Kenya right now.
Yeah.
I know you follow dancehall a lot and you follow the Jamaican dancehall scene.
Yeah.
So there's a new sound in Jamaica. They call it trapple. The likes of Daddy One, the likes of Squash and all that. The new sound they have come up with.
Yeah.
And the legends in the industry back there.
I'm not too happy about it.
They're not too happy about it. Like they feel like the real dancehall sound is fading out. What's your take on this?
Well, you see, the originators will always defend what they started out. But I think there's always a fresh new crop of artists coming out who would not necessarily want to do that kind of music in your style. You know what I mean? Yeah. Their influences are different. They listen to a whole other playlist than growing up than what you listen to when you were growing up. Yeah. So you can't blame them for trying to bring a whole new vibe to dancehall. You know what I mean? It's what they listen to is what that's what's influenced them. Really, same way you were influenced by someone while you were growing up, while starting out. Yeah. So let them do their thing then.
Okay, so Vybz Kartel gave us an album. Governor gave us an album. Should we expect an album from you?
You never know. I'm full of surprises. Next up is a commercial break.
Cool. So away from music and all that, let's talk about your personal life.
Yeah.
You're this grounded guy.
Yeah.
You're just like keeping local.
Yeah.
And all that. Your family and all that. We've never seen them.
Yeah.
You never post them.
Yeah.
No,
it's a personal choice. I'm not the kind who puts out my private life for public consumption. I prefer to keep. I live my whole life in front of cameras and on stage. The one thing that I have left to myself is my family. So I value that and I cherish it. So I'd rather keep it out of the limelight.
Should we expect the revamp of Necessary Noise, you and Naziz?
Behind the scenes we've been working.
Yeah.
Behind the scenes we've been working. So it's just about the right time for dropping and release. But we have been working. Yeah. But I'm not gonna put a timeline to it. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. It might just shock you. They're like, where do we do this? You just want us.
Cool. So new music?
Sorry?
New music?
Yes. I've told you I've been working behind the scenes on new projects. So definitely you're going to hear about it first here in Boomplay. About the release, for sure.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, thanks. Appreciate it. Bless.
That was Wyre the Lab Check.